Hello, everybody. Welcome along to the Football Martin channel. Thanks for tuning in. Loads of you here already. Live show this evening. Transfer special this Monday at 9 o'clock because we do have a bit of news today. We have a bit of transfer. We have two transfer stories to talk about. And the first one, it looks like Aaron Ramsdale is on his way out. We all expected it. We all knew it was coming, didn't we? We knew that Ramsdale was going to be on his way back to the Premier League. There's no doubt he's too good to be playing in the Championship, but it was waiting for that opportunity for a door to open, really, a club that needed a goalkeeper. And you could see it last week. I said it on my show last week. I believe something could potentially happen when I saw that James Trafford's move to Newcastle was off and he went to Man City instead. And I said on the show, I thought Ramsdale would be the obvious choice. Eddie Howe knows him. A massive club that could afford the wages and could probably afford to come in and buy him. However, it does look like it's going to be a loan move, this one, from what Fabrizio Romano's tweeted. And I kind of go off of what he said. I would only bring stories here, usually, you see, from really good sources. And it's concrete because if you get Alfie tweet it, you get Fabrizio Romano, people like this tweet it, you know it's the real deal. And this was the tweet that went out this morning, or this afternoon even. Aaron Ramsdale has already said yes to Newcastle. An official bid has already been sent to Southampton. High loan fee. Salary will be covered. Obviously, it will be a wealthy club. They cover the £120,000 that he's on at Southampton. And it looks like Southampton want a bit more of a higher, probably, loan fee. But there's always a loan fee involved. That be interesting to see if they do buy him, but I don't think they buy him. Obviously looks like it's gonna be a loan, this one, but Aaron Ramsdale does look set for Newcastle United. And I've got to be honest, even though I expected it, I do feel a little bit gutted about this one. I'll be totally honest with you. I do feel a little bit gutted about it because I think he's the best goalkeeper that we've had in a very long time at Southampton. I get all your reaction from the comments box in a minute and pop them up on the screen as well. If there's good conversation, I'll bring it into the show this Monday evening. But I'm gutted because I do feel he's been our best goalkeeper. And I go back to very good goalkeepers over the years, but for me, Anthony Niemi was immense. And for me, he's right up there with Anthony Niemi. I think he's right up there, big time. I'm gutted to see him go. Whether he comes back, whether they do a deal where there's an option to come back. Let's get some of your conversation in the chat below, and I will. It would be interesting to get your opinions and get your thoughts on it. Who becomes number one is the big question. That's the big thing to debate. What happens now? Do we go out and get a goalkeeper, or does he use one of the two that we've already got? I think my gut feeling is that I'm with Sam on this, that Bazunu will be the number one. I'm with you, Sam, on that. I think it will be Gavin Bazunu as number one. Absolutely hope not. That would be a stupid move, but hopefully we don't do that. What else do we have? Yeah, I totally, I don't see the point in that one. Alfie House is in the live. Thanks for joining us, Alfie. Hope you had a good week last week in Girona. I really enjoyed the content. I did subscribe to the Echo and I read the article. Actually, Alfie did a really good article with Ross Stewart as well, which is well worth a read. I had a good read of that over the weekend, Alfie, as well. Good goalkeeper. Not sure why Newcastle fans are not happy about it. I'm quite surprised, actually, by the reaction to him going there. Like, they're not that happy about it. He's a massively underrated goalkeeper for me, Ramsdale. I think he is a top goalkeeper. Look, he let in a lot of goals last year. We all know that. He was in a team that were terrible. We had terrible defence, and we were never good enough. But he did keep a lot of games. He kept the score down, and that was a big thing for me. And I just thought he was good around the group. He's a really good clubman, I thought. Captain material. And he just looked a great character to have around a dressing room. And you see all those little clips the club have done the last couple of days, over the last week on social media from the training camp. And I actually thought it was really good, like the golf, everything. I thought was really good, and he come across really, really well. Ramsdale going, yeah, a lot of people gutted about it. It was always going to happen. It was always going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, and it's I'm gutted, but it is what it is. What we do goalkeeper wise now, I just think they're bringing number 3 in. Someone mentioned Begovic a minute ago. That could still happen. I don't think that's gone through at Leicester. I don't think that deal was done at Leicester. They haven't announced it, but he would probably prefer a move that would be south anyway. It'd be closer to home, so wouldn't be as far to drive potentially for him. South Coast is a little bit easier to get to maybe than the Midlands. Southampton in a better position probably than Leicester, you would say, on sort of club level at the moment. But I just think a number 3 are coming and Bazunu will become the number 1. But Bazunu did play well, and Alfie was there at the game the other day behind closed doors. The saves that he made in the game were really good. He did play really well, Bazunu, in that game. So look, I think I'm gutted, but I think it'd be a good move for him. Great club. The fans up there are immense as well, aren't they? What a place to go and watch football, by the way. One of my best away days last year was at Newcastle United. I love it. I love the fans, love the city. Be a really good experience for him as a goalkeeper as well. Loads of expectation. The fans are really fickle there, but they're really passionate as well. So, yeah, good luck to him if he does end up there. But it does look like it will happen. It's unlikely that it won't not happen. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. On Wednesday, I am ranking home kits from both the Premier League and the Championship. 2 separate videos. We actually filmed it yesterday, Sunday, at my dad's house, and the audio echoed. Absolute disaster. I spent an hour piecing it together with my dad. Lovely set, couple of cameras. It looked really good. We've got to go back and film it again tomorrow evening. So we're going to refilm it. Otherwise, it would have been out today, but it will be out. Drops on Wednesday, the first one. So Championship kit ranking video. Quite like doing a ranking video. And I'm also going to do early season predictions, which will go out like the start of next week. So sort of this time next week, we'll have a show go out on that as well, where I'm going to be ranking where I think early season predictions and get a bit of a feel for Saints. I thought Alfie made some good points actually in one of the articles that I read that he did. He was talking about like the comparisons compared to like this, how he felt now after Girona compared to a year ago, and kind of where we're at. And do you know what? I echo what you say, Alfie, because I think you're spot on. I'd love to chat to you about it some more at some stage, because it does feel slightly different now to a year ago. I don't think we're as prepared as we were. We don't seem to be in that rhythm. That doesn't seem so free flowing with change manager. There's still a lot to happen in terms of the window, isn't there? Players going out. There's another player going out. We need to come on to it next. It's the next story, actually. There's only real 2 stories to talk about on this transfer show today. And it was, for me, it was around Aaron Ramsdale and Jan Bednarek, who apparently, according to reports, has arrived in Portugal ahead of a move to FC Porto. Good move for him, actually, like a really, really good move. And Saints are actually going to make a little bit of a profit on him, believe it or not. But it was tweeted this morning, this one, by Fabrizio Romano. Seems to break every single bit of transfer news, doesn't he? Not only does he break it, he seems to help engineer players' moves as well. But Bednarek has completed his medical, apparently. Signs a contract to June 2029. So, yeah, he is on his way to Porto. Yeah, like good move for him. Like, he's been at the club a long time, hasn't he? I was looking into how many games he played earlier on, and I think he played around 250-ish games for Saints, I read somewhere. He played a lot of games. And they're talking about a transfer fee, say 6.5 million. It's not a bad fee for him, really. I don't think it's a terrible fee at all. What did we pay for him? 5 million quid, something like that. I think it was about 5 million quid. But it's a big move. He must have a very good agent. Must have a very good agent. I'm not massively gutted by it. I'll be honest with you. I think we've got, I don't know. When a player has a time at a club and it's just like it's time up. He was a part of those 2 big 9-0 defeats. He went off to Villa, conducted himself terribly when he went. Awful. But when he come back, he did get his head down. Played that second half of the season for Sellers when we got relegated. Did all right. I still thought he was all right. But I've never massively enjoyed watching him play football. I think he moans a lot, swings his arms in the air a lot. And I watch him actually off the field, and I'll be totally honest with him. I've seen him like come out, not really one to interact with the fans. I always think it's nice to interact with the fans a little bit. It's a nice thing to do. He's not really ever seemed like a sort of person to really do that. And that always sort of like, I don't know, grated on me a little bit when I'd seen him a bit. I just thought he was a bit of a, yeah, some players are a bit aloof, aren't they? He just seemed one of those. For me, not massive captain material neither. Though he did captain the side a lot last season. At times he captained the side, isn't he? But, well, I'm not massively disappointed. I think you will probably say the same. I will get your thoughts in the chat below. So thoughts on Jan Bednarek. I love to get all your thoughts and all your conversation involved in the show. This is why I do this channel, is to interact with you, the fans. And I want to do that more next season. So if you're somebody that feels quite comfortable on camera and wants to get involved with matchday content, certainly post-match, I am looking for a couple of people. So, yeah, it'd be great to get you on. But yeah, like Alfie said, made a good point. He's Polish. It's a bit of a cultural thing. He's the ultimate professional and respectable, but he's honest and will let it all known how he feels about things. Good thoughts from Alfie there as well on Jan and Bednarek. Get involved as well. Give me all your thoughts. Would you take Stuart Armstrong back? No, I wouldn't. I don't think so, to be honest. I think his legs are gone, really. And he struggled to really break in at Sheffield Wednesday last year, which says quite a bit, doesn't it? Like, he was brilliant for us during that what, 4 or 5 years he was here. I can't remember the years he was here. It was good. I think he was a really good servant, really good professional. Gutted he got injured like he did when he did. And he wasn't a part of the playoff final. But I think he's a great player, Stuart Armstrong. But no, I wouldn't take him back. The question is, has he got a club? I don't even know if he's got a club, has he? I don't think he has. What else do we have? Somebody said that he interacts more with the fans than Ramsdale did. I didn't really see Ramsdale loads around the fans. Looks really good from the outside looking in, like the actual camp. He looked like a really good body to have around. But maybe, yeah, not so good. Sort of like, yeah, with fans. I didn't really see him with fans. A lot of these players, they sneak out other doors and stuff. But you got to say, he was a great servant last year. Like Bednarek, good. They give everything they had last year. You got out of those two. If you were looking at players that give everything, they both give everything last season. There's no doubt about that. What else do we have in the chat? Wise, Rambo's deal, have an option to buy. Simple loan. Just maybe. I don't know. I can't really see him coming back. It's just unlikely, isn't it? I do think we'll do well next season. I think Saints will do well. I'm going to do my ranking video later on next week. But I do think that I think we have a great chance of going straight back up. I really do. Stuart, thanks for tuning in, mate. Hope you're well. It's good to have you here. 6.5 million is a good deal for him and the club. We both move on and we wish him all the best. And I will follow his career like a lot of you guys will do as well. A lot of stick towards this man, Jack Stevens. He was a part of the 9-0 defeats as well. Yeah, he was. Been the club captain, been around the club a long time. I know he's taken a huge amount of stick. And somebody said to me the other day, stop playing that I had to stop trying to defend him almost and trying to put it out there that he should be playing and that I was trying to create like a narrative, which I'm not at all. I'm not trying to create any a narrative around Jack Stevens. I just think he's a really good professional. Like Bednarek, they're decent professionals. Like Jack is, but Jack knows the club more than anybody. And he took an absolute huge amount of abuse for 2 mistakes in the friendly. By the way, going back to that friendly, never a penalty. Alfie was there. He'd tell you, never, ever a pen. The softest pen you would ever see. Yeah, there was a mistake, but friendlies are for mistakes. And look, when we get down to the nitty gritty and we get into big games and league games, if he starts costing mistakes and errors, the manager won't play him because he's got so many options at centre back. I'm not stressed about it whatsoever. I'm not stressed about it at all. I still think he'd do a good job, Jack Stevens, in the Championship. That's just my honest opinion from watching football. It looks like Adam Armstrong might stay now. He's done all right in pre-season, hasn't he? It's really hard to go out and buy 24 goals. But I've got to say, from what I saw at the weekend, I was really, really impressed with Damien Downs' goal. I think he took it really well. Jack Stevens is about the right level for Saints. In fairness, everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, I think we all make mistakes in just life and at work, don't we? It does happen. All players make mistakes. Goalkeeper makes a mistake. I think if Ronnie Edwards had made that mistake, I just think he would have been let off so much more likely. I'm not defending him. I've just tried to be totally honest about it. What else do we have in the chat below? Keep the conversation coming. Adam, great to have you here, mate. Seen lots of Ben Brereton, Diaz, Adam Armstrong and Ryan Fraser together in training. Do you see that as a possible front three? Interesting one. Alfie's seen them more than me. I've seen the games that have been streamed. Look, I think Ryan Fraser will have something to offer next season. He's played a lot of pre-season. He's got good energy, works hard. Yeah, I'm not sure about Brereton Diaz. Apparently, Brereton Diaz is good in training, but I'm a little bit not his biggest fan. That's my honest opinion. Right, red and white. Newcastle don't have the money this season, so obligation to buy makes sense. Yeah, there's like PSR rules. I don't know their financial situation, but yeah, I get it. It's always like a loan just might work with a view to buy next season. But Matty Fernandez, a few people talking about Matty Fernandez. I still think we'll keep him personally. There was linked though a few days ago. He was linked with a move to West Ham. I said West Ham are trying to get a cut price deal for him, but look, I'm not sure he goes to West Ham. I'm really not sure about that one. I think he could play a massive part next season if we can keep him. It's difficult, isn't it? Because he's one of the big sellable assets. Again, like I still think, I haven't said it on camera for a while actually. I don't know what you guys think about what we could get in terms of revenue in 100 million. Could we get 100 million in this summer? I think we have a really good chance of getting 100 million in. I think they're right. When you think of the business we've done so far, we've done really well, like 6.5 million. I've got it on the screen actually for Onuachu. Good money for Camaldine as well, like 18 million. Really good money. They got a lot of money for a young player in Amieo. It was nearly 6 million quid. We will get more in, and it's depending what happens with Dibbling. I don't know if they've had a bid for him yet. But Alfie says in the chat, I always come back to Alfie because I love what he's got to say. But Dibblins, Downs, Robinson, front three. How good, by the way, has Robinson been? Oh, I love watching him play. He is going to be so good. But that front three, how good would that be? It would be so good. And the potential to play Tyler in the 10. I think Tyler in the 10 would be really good. And that just gives you another option for someone else. We didn't see loads of Sam Adozie on the weekend. I was surprised at that because I thought he was going to start getting a bit of a run in the side. But Brighton and Hove Albion, tickets are on sale for Saturday's game on the club's website. There's still a good few available. Not all the stands are open. But it will be worth going to. And actually, it'd be interesting to see what the squad looks like. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how the squad looks for it. I think it will be really, really intriguing. What he sets up with. But I think we'll see a team that will be really close to the team that will start against Wrexham in it's just a week and a half's time. Can you believe Championship starts in a week and a half's time? Literally cannot believe how quick it's come around. Where has the summer gone? I literally can't believe it's just gone so quick. So really looking forward to season starting. What else do we have in the chat below? West Ham, like Roy said, are linked to everyone. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I will be at Brighton. I got your question there. I will be there definitely. So yeah, really looking forward to it at the weekend. If you're there and you see us, make sure you say hello. Creating a bit of content on the weekend. We're going to capture some early season predictions for your YouTube, TikTok, so we can share it over the next week or so. So love to get some early season predictions from people as well. Not match day vlogging it, just going to do a bit of fan cam stuff. Stu Dunn is in the chat below. I'm going to read out what you said, Stu. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Always a pleasure to have you here, buddy. Considering Diblin's drop off in the second half of the season, I'd be surprised if a bid comes in that's, a big bid. I think you're right. It's a huge gamble for a club. He's only played, like you say, he's only played half a season where he looked a handful of games where he was really good. But he is a top talent. I just think, in fairness to Tyler, I think he looked a bit lost after Juric come in. And I think Juric didn't really believe in him, and he never looked happy, and his body language spoke volumes. And by the end of the season, he played a lot of football, was a bit burnt out. So I do think that if he stays, he'd be brilliant. And you might see him play like the first 2 or 3 games, and then maybe get sold nearer the end of the window. Like, we're going to play 4 games. We're going to play 4 games until the window closes, which I hate. I hate it, and it really, really annoys me. But it is what it is. So I think Diblin dropped off when Martin got sacked. I do agree with that. I think his best performance, and I don't know if anyone agrees with me, and I come back to it every time. It was great against Ipswich for around 35 minutes, scored the goal. But I think his best performance was at Brighton and Hove Albion, and I thought he was brilliant that night. He played inside right, and he ran the game the way he was going past people to give and go. His energy that night was really, really good. He's such a talented player. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, interesting. Alfie said that Juric did believe in him, in Dibbling, that is. He loved him, just didn't. I just don't think the way that Juric sees football was right for him. I think it's probably right. I think you're right. The fact that he wanted that high energy, that high press. I think for any manager to have Dibbling at their disposal, he's such a talent. And he will go on and be a great player. He will go on and be a great player. Just needs his head right. Hopefully, we see him play the weekend. And if he does, I think he will be brilliant. And people will talk about his work rate. But it's just that sort of player. It's a bit like Grealish, and Latisse was the same. That he was so blessed, but he was just like, when you watched Matt play, he would just look like, well, he was lazy. He was just like, in the modern day era, he would have struggled a bit because he's not got that, I don't know. He just didn't have that work rate. But his flair on the ball, he was a magician. He was an absolute magician. Charlie, thank you very much for that. It's very kind of you. Charlie's just given me a super chat. Thanks, mate. That is really, really kind of you there, mate. Thank you very much indeed, Charlie. They're very kind of you. What's the fee going to be for Ramsdale, that is? We don't actually know yet, because it looks like it's going to be a loan. So they pay like a loan fee. They're going to pay his wages, and there'll be some sort of option to buy him at the end of it. That's usually how these things work. But it was reported, I don't know, mid-afternoon by Fabrizio Romano that Newcastle are in negotiations to sign him. He's already apparently said yes. Champions League football for Ramsdale if he goes there. James Trafford, who was at Burnley, went to Man City. And we have to go back and remember what the chairman said a couple of weeks ago around Aaron Ramsdale. And he did say they will not stand in his way if he wants to leave. And it sounds like the owner was very, very fond of Aaron Ramsdale, but they won't stand in his way. And I believe when he did sign, that was all put in the contract. That was in his contract. He had a relegation clause in his contract, and and that's obviously going to be activated. And the other bit of business that we spoke about, and you're asking about fees, Jan Bednarek is going to leave for 6.5 million. He's off to Portuguese giant Porto. Good move for him. Good club, and a really good move for him. So what else do we have? Right, there's something else I wanted to bring to you on the channel today, and it was around the South Coast Derby, actually. Thank you for every single one of you that have tuned in. I really appreciate it. 200 of you watching here on YouTube. Amazing. Thank you so much. It's the channel's growing so fast, and I'm going to scale the content over the next couple of months. I've got some great ideas. I just need to execute it. So if you're not subscribed, you know what you got to do. Go subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Right, I was going to talk to you about the South Coast Derby because Portsmouth have announced today, and I did bring it on a Saints News show last week. I was told, and it has been confirmed, that the Derby at Southampton, Portsmouth have confirmed that away fans travelling to the Derby game will have to travel on club-managed coaches taken directly from the stadium. So it does mean that the South Coast Derby is bubbled. It will be bubbled both ways. So it will be go to the coach, get your ticket, go to the game. It'll be all enclosed. They'll be penned in, and it will be a proper kettle. They call it, but a kettle the fans in. There'll be a stack of police there. It'll be heavily policed, but you won't see any Portsmouth fans around the city centre. So it makes sense, doesn't it? You've got to manage these things correctly. And last time round, there wasn't any trouble. And the games that I've been to, derbies, I've never really seen any trouble, to be quite honest. It was always going to be a bubbled event, wasn't it? Like someone said in the comments box below. Red and White Army, thank you for joining. Happy for Yanni B. Needed to go a while back. If you watched him play, he doesn't appear to motivate anyone around him. That's how I felt, personally. I'm with you on that. Not everyone will agree, but I agree. Looks quick to throw his arms around in the air and blame people instead of coaching them. That's exactly what I said at the top of the show. Look, I think he's an international footballer, and he's just probably the way he is. But yeah, I used to play with players in my team like that, and it just pissed me off. I used to play in the Sunday League team, and there was just 2 or 3, and in the end, you're just like, do me a favour, mate, I've had enough of you now. Do you know what I mean? And like, you go in the dressing room afterwards, and all those little things, you know, when you have like a little argument on the pitch, it always ends up in the dressing room. I'm not saying it has done at Saints, but I'm just saying from my experience of playing local football, and I played like rubbish standard, and I managed a team for like 3 years at Sunday League level locally. Actually, did really well when I managed. I was not a bad manager. I think we only lost in the time I managed. I think I went through 1 season unbeaten, and the team we were Sunday League, but assembled a good team, and we won the double 1 season. And the team spirit was key at any level. Team spirit's key. So I was in a Saturday team at a young age, sort of 17, 18, and we used to lose all the time. And after a while, the atmosphere in the dressing room is terrible. Imagine what the atmosphere was like in our dressing room last season. It would have been really bad, and it becomes a bit energy sapping. Imagine you've got fitness staff, physios, everybody just like in their travelling and everything. It must have been really, really tough last season, and that is my only worry. Will that spill into this season, like that hangover? I do worry about that hangover, but I do think we're in good hands with Will still. I enjoyed his interview, by the way, on the club's website, but I have watched him a bit. I watched him at Eastleigh the other week, and I think seems quite a relaxed guy. He doesn't I think he has quite a nice way about him, but he doesn't have that Russell Martin kind of like, Russell Martin jumps around. He's already been sent off. I already think he's going to miss a game on the touchline because he's already kicked off at somebody. He won't be like that. I just don't see him being that sort of manager. I think he'd be good though. I'm really looking forward to seeing what his team looks like next weekend. Right, coming to the back end of my show. Really, really appreciate every single one of you tuning in today. It's been an absolute pleasure being here. I'll just read out a couple more of your comments before I wrap things up. 28 minutes I've been live for now, so I'm going to wrap it up. And if you're watching on Catch Up, please do get involved in the comments box below. And loads of you watch on Catch Up as well. And if there are any shows you want to see, by the way, on the channel, and you have an idea, please do drop me an email, info@footballmartin.com, or drop a comment in the comments box below. I'm always looking for new ideas. What else do we have? Damien Downs is more like I think he'd be really good. Damien Downs. I think he'd be good. I think he'd be the sort of striker that I think it was Joshua Kwasi said in an interview with Alfie that I read. He said he only needs 1 chance to score. And that was absolutely proved at the weekend. You know, it was proved at the weekend. He had 1 chance, like the first touch, but it's such a good strike. When was the last time where the striker come on the field and do that? Anthony Patterson's a good shout. Fred Holmes is in the chat before. Fred, I've not seen you here before, mate. So if you're new, thank you for your comment on the channel and welcome along. Have a feeling you'll end up with our keeper Anthony Patterson from Sunderland. I did hear that one a while ago. Yeah, well, we will see. Mark Richards has spoke about Yanni B, a bad influence with Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Yeah, they both like moan at people. Harwood-Bellis did it a lot, didn't he? He did it a lot. Stu Dunn went on to say, in all honesty, I'd rather we lose Ramsdale now or late in the window and disrupt it. I think you're right. I think like losing him now is the best thing. Have we got the money to go after Cooper at Sheffield United? Yeah, it's an interesting point. Yeah, would be good to see. Would be really, really good to see. Right. I've got a super chat. Somebody's giving me a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. all helps towards the channel. Everything I get, I invest back in, whether that's equipment, cameras. I just bought new microphones to be able to do more content, to have 2 people to podcast. So yeah, all gets invested back in. So where is that super chat gone? It's here. Thank you very much. As a Saints fan rooting far from afar, the Derby match is really contentious. Yeah, I think it's I think like the Derby, it means so much to so many people. Where so many bragging rights. I don't like when the game's situated. Yeah, for me, I think it's the bragging rights. I don't think it's as fierce as it once was, if I'm honest, Michael. But I just think it's the bragging rights. You want to win it. You don't want to lose it because you just don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. I know a lot of Pompey fans. I will get so much stick, but they absolutely hate us. But Controversial Chris, who comes on the channel, went down and watched Pompey last year, and he said they hardly sing about us at Fratton Park, but our lot, we sing about him all the time. We sing about them all the time. But yeah, it means a lot to me. Really does mean a lot to me. Matchday Steve, how you doing, mate? Hope you are well. FootballMartin, what are your predictions for this season? Do you think we can go back up? Well, I'm going to do I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do the whole of the championship. I'm going to do my early season predictions. So you're going to have to wait, and I will tell you my thoughts. But yeah, at the moment, I'm quietly confident, and I think Saints will have the nucleus of a really good squad. I just think there's a bit of work to get it right. Ian, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that player's name because I will get absolutely ribbed the hell out of. I did try and practice a minute ago, but I didn't. I don't want to read his name out. But Ian has put a comment there about a player that we are interested in, 12.5 million euros. Interesting. I don't know loads about this player. I need to go away and research it, and then I'll come back to you on it. I'll get pronunciation right as well before I start pulling that one out. That's for sure. Downs is raw. I totally agree, Eddie. He is raw, but I do think he will be really, really good. Caroline, Super Chat is basically where it highlights a chat, and if you've got a really busy conversation, and as the channel gets busier, Super Chats get highlighted. People pay like a small fee for it. It can be $1.99, $3.99, and the money just goes towards the channel. Basically, it's just a small. YouTube take a percentage of it, unfortunately, but it is it's brilliant for me because any penny I earn at the moment is going to go back into it. And I'm probably, if I want to kick the channel on and get some guests on, which is what I want to do, I'm going to have to pay for them, probably, unless anyone does it for free. But Ricky Lambert did say he's going to come on the channel. Ricky Lambert did say, I was chatting to him on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and he did say he'd come on, Ricky Lambert, and I'll do it live so you can get involved in the conversation as well. No one does stuff like that, where you can get involved and have a live guest like Lambert and do it on a platform like YouTube and get conversation going, and you guys can get involved. That's where the super chat will come in. Do you think Matty stays? I think there's a really good chance he does, yeah. Regards to the streams, it's a good question. How often are the live streams and when's the next one? What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start programming them into StreamYard, which is my platform. The plan is to start putting them out a week in advance so you'll know when I'm dropping them. Games that I don't go to away, I will do watch-alongs. Post-match reactions to the games I don't go to, the away ones, because I've got a season ticket, there will be post-match reaction lives with guests. So it won't just be me. I will have guests. I'll have a forum of people that will come on those shows. Transfer shows will step up. Every Monday is an absolute cert at the moment. I do like the Monday slot because no one else is live on the Monday. But I will start. The problem is, like, this isn't my full-time job, so I'm doing, like, at the moment I've got 4 jobs plus this 5 jobs. I work like 65 hours a week. Honestly, my girlfriend will tell you she never sees me because I'm working all the time. So it's just a case of looking at my schedule the week before and trying to work it around. Like, we have an event in Cowes on the Isle of Wight next week, and I work in a bar, and I'm working 4 shifts late into the evening. So I'm just trying to earn as much money as I can, invest as much as I can into the channel. A couple of people want to sponsor it now, so as we go on, I'll be able to do more time I get if I get a sponsor for some of the shows. I will be able to give up some of these jobs I do, which is what is the plan. Fair play getting Lambert on. Yeah, it's going to be really good. Looking forward to it because he's great. Brilliant. Yeah, I might try and get a signed shirt. I think I might do if I can at some stage. But I think the third shirt, well, one of the, the third away shirt is out this week. I might get one of those at the weekend. So yeah, that's the updates from the Football Martin channel. I hope you've enjoyed the chat today, transfer chat, but we've covered loads and loads on the channel. Adam said, where is my season ticket? No, I don't go in the northern. I go in the other end. I go in the chapel, go into the cause down there actually. Martin Stark's down that end of the stadium as well. But I'm down in the chapel. I like it down there. I like the people I meet down there. I like to sit down and watch my football. I'm a bit boring. And I like to, I like to enjoy it. So, yeah, I agree with red and white, actually. I do agree with you on that one. Northern will never quite be, I don't think it quite works. But we'll get a better idea next season when we start to win games of football again. There's no doubt about that. It will definitely improve with wins and the team playing well. Right. That's the end of my life. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Ramsdale to Newcastle. Here we go by the looks of it. Tweeted by Romano this afternoon. We're just waiting for confirmation of that. It may take a few days. It may happen really, really quickly. Who knows? Gutted he's going, but it is what it is. Jan Bednarek looks like he's going to be out the door. We wish both these players all the very best for their seasons ahead. And it's all about the Saints. Up the Saints. I'll see you in a live stream very, very soon.